Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We're jumping on in there, starting it off, getting it ready. Hope you're having a wonderful night out here on this beautiful Saturday night. Bitcoin 97,300, holding a key level. And we're going to look at that daily close. We're going to talk about it. There's a coin that keeps ripping today. We're going to show you which one it is. You may want to know. And we're going to have some fun tonight, break it down, and just have a blast like we do every single Saturday night. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Different wardrobe than this morning. We're changing it up on you. You didn't think so, right? But it's Saturday night. You can't look the same as Saturday morning. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Blessings on blessings for everybody out there. Bang, bang, bang. Please help Soul. It's bleeding bad. You guys are funny, man. Everything will be okay. Take a deep breath. But this looks like a shoulder, head, and right shoulder now. We're going to break down what I see happening. Inverted head and shoulder, little push, rejection. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, dumpage. Can we get back above key levels? What's happening? What's going to happen to Bitcoin in the next week or two? Only time will tell, but we can look at it each day, and it's going to give us a little bit more insight so we're not blindsided out of nowhere when it's all said and done. Let's take a look at that daily candle close and see what happened here on the daily candle. Bitcoin open at 97,805. Beautiful open. Things were going well. We went all the way up to 99,540. We called that quick pump, and everything was going good. The low is 96,398, though. We would collapse from that pump. And then we'd close the candle at 97,292. We down $513. We would close above the key level that I've spoken about, 97,185, 97,200, if you'd like to keep it there. And bang, bang, bang. And we did get an indecision doji after a massive wick to the upside with another wick there. Wick, wick, and wick, which does tell us there's something brewing here. And now I'm starting to show you guys, do we have a Livermore cylinder here? And a broadening rising wedge that's going to eventually push further to the upside. And is Bitcoin going to bounce off some key levels here and do something miraculous? Or we're in for just some more nasty downside? And is that it for BTC? Up and down, we dump out of here. So there's a chance we're in a Livermore cylinder, a broadening rising wedge. And I may be the only, I've never seen any, has anybody drawn this? Has anyone seen any of this, TA? Because I haven't seen it. I don't watch enough TA to know, though. So I'd have to lean on you guys. If you guys do watch other people, you probably don't. Most people watch the Crypto Lifer, that's it. You guys are pretty strictly on Crypto Lifer. The Wellington wedge, no sir, no. Yeah. So again, we did this last time here. Bitcoin did this here. Let me show you exactly what happened and bring you back into the past. Beautiful rising wedge. Looked like we were going to break to the upside, just like we were in before. It broke up, it broke down, but eventually we had to say it was in a rising wedge. And Bitcoin did this exact thing the last couple of weeks for BTC, right? Then it broke out, and then all of a sudden we thought we were breaking out. Big breakout, Bitcoin to the upside, and then they dumped it out of nowhere, right? Right back down to where you could think would be a retest of that area, and then they even wicked it. And you'd say, what a mess, right? This is a complete mess. But you would start to make the cylinder, and lo and behold, and then you would make your measured move, and you would stay strong with this idea, and that would have kept you in the game. And this idea here would have been the way until we eventually made this pattern. I felt like, it was a broken an ascending triangle. And learning how to trade broken patterns is my forte. Understanding how they move and bend and ebb and flow, so important. So much going on here inside of the charts. So that's just something to think about, something that kind of, is out there. So it's done this before, all right? Almost exactly similar to what it's doing now, all right? Little variations, but there's a chance that Bitcoin is going to make some type of broadening, rising wedge here, break back to the upside. And I'm not saying this is guaranteed. We're going to look at support and resistance. This is just a possibility for BTC that may be in the cards here that nobody has thought about, nobody has really pondered. Just want to give you this idea here for BTC. Want to keep you on your toes, always keep you. You didn't think you were going to see that today, see? All right. Shout out to Tony Rosas in the house. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Saturday, Sarasota Sammy. Shout out to Busta Crypto. May God bless you and yours, your father, everyone in your life. Shout out to Barry UFC. Don't say much in the chat. Shout out to Barry. We love you. 88, keep it in mind. 88K, baby. 88K. He says we going all the way down. The 88Ks over here. So let's get back to the weekly. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. And so my line on the sand is right there. 97,200. I've been saying it now. You'll hear me say it every day. We close the weekly candle below that, which we haven't closed the weekly candle below that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the 6th week. So let's see what happens here. Do we get the close below? Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be the 5th. Sorry, excuse me. So, but that's it. Once we close below that, I mean, you'd have to suggest that 89,800, and you know, is a possibility. However, we've wicked down here 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and in my lifetime, just a couple wicks on a weekly chart suggest, you know, even the bottom here, we didn't get much of a wick. We got to pull back right there. Wick, a little bit of wicks, a huge wick right there, huge wick right there, and I mean, what happened after that? So, just if you look at the general idea and you didn't even know how to trade, you'd say, well, there's just so many. I've never seen that many wicks in a weekly chart. It does suggest that Livermore cylinder really may be coming into play here, and we really may be getting that push to the upside. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't want to scare the bears here. I just got to give you guys the news. All right, Huey Lewis in the news. I grew up listening to that, man. So here's the deal. Could this be what's happening? This wick says yes on the 3-day chart. I mean, look, a massive wick on the 3-day chart. That candle will close in 22 hours. How do I know that? Countdown to bar close. All right, inside of the lines here are the labels. Countdown to bar close right there. They hit it. It wasn't always there. It'll tell you when the bar will close. It'll give us this area here where the bar is going to close. Say, hey, this is where we're likely going to close here for Bitcoin, and that's what's likely going to happen. All right, so there you go. So in 22 hours, we can stay above this key level. Man, we got some bullish, you know, I mean, look at the size of that wick. So if we can get a candle close above 97,002, and if the 3-day candle can close as such, there's a chance we can liquidate some shorts and go back to the upside here for Bitcoin. And that may have been the end of the dump. That could have been the bottom there on the 3-day. It could also be the monthly bottom. We'll see how this monthly candle is pretty whack, though. And look at it. It's an indecision doji for sure, which usually means the end of a rally when you go up that high. But again, we'll take it one step at a time. So 3-day. Let's take a look at the daily chart like we just did, and let's talk about that. So for me on the daily, we could also say, well, you know, I love all these ideas, Sam. They're great. But I mean, that was definitely the channel. We broke out. We broke back inside. Now we're outside of the channel yet again. We'd have to get back inside to remain bullish and then break out. And again, I've seen these shenanigans again. And I said, if they were going to pump us to the upside, they wouldn't be able to just pump us because there's no move now. The only move would be to fake one, fake a down one, and then break us to the upside. And they would get each party on either side. And I've actually discussed this before on the channel when we were somewhere here. I said, I don't know, they'd probably fake out, fake a downward dump, get back inside, and then pump this puppy to the upside and liquidate both ends of both sides of the pattern and keep it moving. Looks very likely, something that I would see happen many times. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it's definitely something I've seen happen many times in my life, and they love to shred as many people as they can. So, can you get back inside this pattern? Can the daily candle make a move here? Can we pump? Is there a way in for Bitcoin? A little bit of hidden bullish divergence right here. If you go candle bodies, it tells us that we could break this high before we break this low, and we are hanging by a thread. But so far, so good for BTC. The point of control holding us, you know, right below it, but it's holding us there. And I bring this like right below that POC. You can see this is just a zone of support and resistance here. And so Bitcoin loses 97.2 again. I see 95.8. I see us headed down to 91,800, right? So we don't want a daily close below that level. We got saved by the bell today. Let's see what happens tomorrow for 24 hours. Right on the edge, too, of the point of control. As you can see, we lose that. There's a gap down at least to 91,000. So it wouldn't be the worst you know, it's not that hard to think that we could go to those areas. And these are kind of the levels to watch here on the daily time frame. Let's skedaddle on into the 12-hour, the 22. Both very oversold, both suggesting that we could get a push back to the upside. Both tried, got denied there at that key level, 99,005, and now we're kind of sitting ducks here. Take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Not amazing. Still a bit of a cup and handle, but got above the 200 MA and then got rejected by it. We've got to clear the 200 MA. Oh, so important that we get back above the 200 MA here. Whatever kind of sketchy flag this is, it's got to break back to the upside. We got to get a move here. Inverted cup and handle, whatever you want to say. Clean it up. Clean it up, Bitcoin. So right here, we're in a bit of a falling wedge here on the 1-hour time frame. It's kind of what we've been seeing. Just this slow, progressive move. We wanted to see this right shoulder. We got it. We got an unexpected pump. Fall through by the downside. Then we made this kind of area. Again, shoulder, a bit of a head, and kind of some right shoulders here. Does this dump to the downside out that head and shoulder? Possible to 94,700. Right now, the 1 hour is in a bit of a flag. That's the only, you know, saving grace. And we're right at that point of control. There's a good gap in the VRVP. Can we get that move up to 100,797? That would be the move, right? So can you get that move up there to 100,797 and basically 100,800 for Bitcoin? You're going to have a little bit of resistance possibly at 99,000. But bang. So here's the deal. Can we get the move out of this flag back to 100K? 100,800. We see 100K again. The bears run scared. Things start to change. We could really see a move back in this market to the upside. All right. One thing that's also suggesting, though, is like this is a bear flag that broke down. There could be some more downside here all the way back, at least to a double bottom or further down. It could fall all the way to 92,000. So it's low volume after a massive liquidation week with Fed week. And you also have people taking the weeks off, going on vacation. Guys that might trade big money, might set a couple trades and walk away, or might take their trades off and go skiing with the kids for 2 weeks. My kid has 2 weeks off. A lot of private schools do too. She's off already. You know, if I wasn't a workaholic, we'd probably just be off for a few weeks and just doing our thing. Eventually, when I'm have everything the way I want, I probably will be doing that. But right now, I'm a grinder, and I'm in the grind, and I got people to help, and this is the life that I live. But I could see there's people who have it. They're going to be taking the time off. Stochastics in the 1 hour pointing up. RSI pointing up. MACD showing lack of bearish momentum. It's a good chance we could get a breakout on this flag all the way to 100,800 for Bitcoin. I don't know about trading it because it's sketchy, low volume. They could easily just bring it down here, stop you out, and then rip it back to the upside. So I see it going that way, but they could even just do some treachery before they send it that way. So just be careful trading low volume weekends, low volume holiday weekends. The last week, basically last 10 days of the month, it's going to be a slower week in volume. So just get used to it. American holidays kind of put a crunch time on things, and you can see it, you know, especially on the weekend sideways price action. Don't go crazy. You're not going to make all your losses back if you had a tough week. I'm not a financial advisor, but you know, it's smart probability wise to stay off of low volume weekends if you're trying to make it back. You know what I mean? It ain't going to be your time. I always took this week off when I had a daily gig. Amen. Rave Song Records. I always did too, man. I always found a way to get some time off. Again, tight moving averages. A lot of times we do pump up to the 200 MA too here on the 1 hour time frame. I've seen that. You've had a low, you have a high, you have a higher low now. Looks like the 1 hour does want to save the day here and get us back to 100,000. This could take us, I don't know, 10 to 12 hours. By tomorrow, midday, even, somewhere around here, we could be at $100,000 for Bitcoin. So all Januaries have been epic dumps. No, that's not true. Last January began with one of the most massive pumps ever, and Bitcoin would pump all through January. So that's not a true statement. I apologize for you, but I gotta say that you're spreading false statements. You gotta get the ghost ride that golf cart like Marshawn Lynch. You're funny, man. Dude, that golf cart is so sweet. Bought a sweet golf cart, the Bentelli. This thing is sweet. I was like, not the caddy. Next to the Escalade is the Bintelli golf cart. Thing's got a touch screen, nice seats, comfortable, beautiful, beautiful looking car, man. Little golf cart. I don't know, this thing is hot. If you're looking for a golf cart, you know, you want something, and again, they have the best warranty. You're going to spend between 7 and 12 grand if you get something nice. I'm being honest. Unless you get it used to, you might get something for 5 or 6 grand used. It's possible, but it might have some wear and tear on it. You don't know about the axle. You don't know really about it all. But man, the Bintelli golf cart, man, this thing is fresh. So fresh. That thing is fresh. Anyway, had some fun. That came yesterday, and I've been having a blast whipping that thing around. Already put like some miles on that thing. Yeah, it's still amazing. Again, we're going to end the year absolutely amazing, you know. And I will put a poll out there just for, you know, just for fun. You could engage here with the poll. All right. But we're going to ask, you know, where do we end, you know? Where does the BTC price fall as the year ends? It's a nice way to ask that question, right? Where does the Bitcoin price fall as the year ends, right? And we'll say, you know, we'll do some areas of you know, below 95K, right? Below 95K, I think that's a good area to think about. We'll add some options here, right? Above 100K. Above 105. And below 88K. Let's see what people say here. And I guess too many options. Should we take one away? I want to see what people think. So below 95, above 100K, above 105, below $88,000, right? And we'll see. We'll see what people say. You got a bunch of options here. Where does Bitcoin price fall as the year ends? Below 95, above 100,000, and so, or below $88,000. Let's see. You guys got a bunch of options here. We're going to get probably, hopefully, 1,000 people or more to answer that, and we'll get some good insight as to the minds of the conscious minds of man. We'll see what they say. Golf Cart Live, baby. Are you in there, Rave Song Records? You know it. Congrats on the golf cart buggy, Sam. What are your thoughts on the lower CME gap for Monday? Won't we drift to it? You never know. No guarantees, but there's a possibility. Let's take a look at the CME gap and see what you're saying. Help other people out that have no idea what's happening here. CME futures, right? Mercantile Market Exchange, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange up in Chicago, the CME, baby. And, you know, heavy derivative, heavy trading on options, heavy traders for Bitcoin. And, you know, when we pump on the weekends, double the weekends, when things happen, there's a gap. And you got to see what time frame is the gap. All right. And gaps above us, gap below us. Let's take a look at the daily here. All right. So look, like we pumped up here. There was a gap right there. We came and filled that gap. Okay. There is a gap still unfilled here at $79,000. You see it? Many times we do close the gap, and you can see I have this. I haven't looked at this in a long time, but I've had this sitting here waiting. And it wouldn't be crazy to just put some orders for Bitcoin between 75 and 79,000 and just leave them on the order book. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy, but that's something that I would look at. Could be a nice possibility there for BTC. Right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen. There's a chance it doesn't. We're in the Livermore cylinder. We rip to the upside, but you never know. You never know. So it's good to put orders in there. That's why the people that are pompous, that tell themselves they know what's going to happen, they miss out on the greatest opportunities in trading. The people that are humble, that know that anything can happen, that have lived a life of many ups and downs, and that stay grounded and say, you know what, you never know. I just got to stay true to what, you know, those people, they end up finding the best prices for Bitcoin because they never know. When Bitcoin was at 15K, you got to take a shot, right? Because you never know. That could be the bottom. If you know for sure it's going to 10K, you don't buy, and then it goes to 20 and you limp in. And you never get $15,000 Bitcoin. But if you're a humble person and you never know, you'll get the best dang prices possible. They can't take your character away from you. See, that's something that you have in you, ingrained in you. Whether your parents gave it to you, your mother gave it to you. Could have been an orphan, but you figured it out with the universe and the essence of life. But whatever it is, you know, there's that has a lot to do with how you trade. And if you can DCA at the right times too. Forget trading. Can you buy an asset at the right time? That takes humble beginnings, man. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of my Bitcoin buys are because I came from humble. I worked a night shift. I understood the value of every dollar. My dad was an iron worker. My grandfather was a bricklayer. I come from hardworking laborers. Nothing was handed to me. I never, you know, we didn't have maids. We didn't have servants. I didn't go to boarding school. You know, I wasn't. Hello? Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of here. You scared the good bejesus out of me. Don't do that again. Oh my God. My daughter's hiding behind like the green screen, making sounds. I don't know what's going on, man. Oh my God. I get scared easily, man. I'm the skittish type, you know. So anyway, you know, down into the CB. Okay? That could happen. You know, leaving orders there won't be the worst thing in the world. I hope we never go there, but hope does nothing for trading. We're going to take it one step, one day, one candle at a time, all right? Again, what I also see is, if this could be a flag, but I also see some of this stuff. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. This looks pretty dumpy for me for BTC, you know? In the big scheme of things don't look that great. Until the bulls could show me something right now, I got the bears in control. All right. Another way to look at this is, you know, the daily basically is making a bear flag, is it not? That could dump further to the downside too as well. See how I build a few pictures here? And you say, Sam, that's unfair. You have to tell us exactly what's going to happen. That's not how I trade. I don't find out what's exactly going to happen. I look at all the probabilities and I make basically a prediction based on the probabilities. Like right now, look, I mean, that 8 hour, does that look strong to you? Does that look really great? A bearish engulfing candle followed by 2 red candles? Like, does that give you a vote of confidence? Doesn't do it for me. Tells me that we bearishly retested this trend line. Bounce, bounce, bearishly retest. And now we're still making some type of consolidative pattern here that doesn't have much strength in the bullish, you know, in a bullish frame of stuff. Like, you know, has no bullish momentum. Garbage. We take a look at the 4-hour time frame. You know, what is this? Like, I've never even, like, this is just some weird price action, to be honest. And when I really look at it, all I see is a rejection of the 200 MA. I mean, above the 200, things were going well. And there's the rejection of the 200 MA. Looks, and you're kind of overbought. This could roll over. We could dump so fast to the downside. So, yeah, it looks, you know, they got us in a place where we don't, you know, regular TA is just kind of, you know, they get us back above here. Regular TA kicks in again. And you say, oh, we're back inside the pattern. And the bulls are in control. They drop us down here. Right now, until you get above the 200 MA in the 4-hour, the bears are winning this battle right now. Period. It is what it is. Like, and to me, that was like some type of triangle that could have went either way. And so far, it's broken to the downside. I mean, and that's just bearish. And again, yes, maybe there's a flag that could save the day. I'm open-minded. But that's how it's got to be. The second you lose that bottom trend line, look, that's your support right there. Bounce, 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 bounce. You'll drop so fast right back to 91.8. I just don't see how you won't. Then you got to, you know, then you're going to pray for the double bottom. So, honestly, I wouldn't make a trade tonight. I showed you the setup this morning. And right now, basically, this morning setup, you still be kind of flat. It's basically the same setup. We haven't really moved at all. Right? With the, you know, you'd have that insurance short, stop loss above the 4-hour 200 MA, and you go from there. You know, you could trade this flag if you want in case it breaks out, and you have the short and the take profit at the same place, and you just balance, make sure they're the same price. It takes some math, but you'll get it. Again, you don't have to do it all, right? So yeah, things look pretty sketchy to me right now. Until I see more, I wouldn't make a trade. And look, back below 97,000. Every time we're below 97.2, I'm flipping super bear. Every time we get back above, And honestly, I really do see, this is what I see right now. I see a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. And I see a dump coming right now in the next 5 to 10 minutes for Bitcoin. And it looks like it's going to dump down to 94.3. And it looks like we may get a dump like right now in the next half an hour. That's what I see happening. And look, they even have liquidity down to 95. Not a lot though, 96.5. And again, if you looked at it, it does say, hey, I want to come down to 94.9. So that's what I possibly see happening. This is BOOKMAP. Link in the description of BOOKMAP. It tells you where people have their order, have their longs are. Basically where their stops are. If you're longing, you put a stop down here, right? In case if you're shorting, you put a stop up here. They might even be longs or shorts. They're actually liquidation points too. They may not even use the stop loss, but it's where they'll actually get taken out of the position. It's their liquidations. So if they hit this key area, they're going to liquidate a lot more people. This suggests that we do go further to the downside. So I see a head and shoulder pattern for Bitcoin that formed throughout the day today. We had a chance to break out. Things were going well. No good, right? And that to me looks like a head and shoulder. We had the chance to make the shoulder, shoulder, head, right shoulder, break out. Things are going well. No rejection by the 200 MAs. No love. And now a rollover, lost the point of control. A gap in the VRVP down to the value area lows there at 92,300. This looks bearish to me. I'd watch your portfolios. I'd watch your stop losses. All right. MANA, the coin, the other coin out of terminal, $6 million market cap. This Bitcoin dump could create some opportunities for MANA. This may be the one eventually. You never know, but there's definitely a possibility. I'm in MORPHAI, still holding on by a thread. It's basically back at break even, a little lower now. We'll see what happens to MORPHAI. Chill guy, my Ava AI, which actually got added to MEXC today or the last few days. Still just in a long sloping slope, but you never know. Do all these sentients come back one day? PURR for Hyperliquid, one of the best coins in the game, did get that breakout, but with the market struggling, we could still get a major shakeout here. I don't think people realize usually shakeouts are double whammies. And I think everyone thinks that they went out unscathed. They went on Twitter and it was like, oh, you about the dip on. And everyone showed their leveraged dip buys. They got demolished, but they made like one leveraged buy. It's just crazy, man. I can see through it all. It's nonsense. I've been trading for so long. It's just ridiculous. But again, the whole point is we may not be out of the woods yet. And I want you to understand that that's a possibility. I don't mean to be rude. I hate to scare. I don't like to freak people out. I don't want them to think it's going to be harder than it's supposed to be. But I'd also like them to be ready for what could be. Watch this closely. If it loses this level, look for the double bottom. And then it could go to zero. You never know. But if it gets that bounce, look for it to get tight. You'd expect it to bounce. Hyperliquid is hot. And that would take it from about its level here at 45 cents to $1.06. A double up. All right. And some. And some. My spot pegs are down mid 5 figures this week. Am I scared? No. I'm buying the fear. Let's go. Shout out to Blair Stevenson. God bless you. Thank you. Shout out to the 1,512 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm going to show you the hottest coin today, though. Right? I think it was that H2MZ or something. H2Z. That thing's ripping today. This guy here, H2W, 6GM, 8JZ. This coin's looking nice compared to the rest of the market. Had a bit of a pump, showing strength, and it could be the next, we don't understand why pump like FARTCOIN, and it's kind of, it's interesting. It's got a bit of a following. People like it. They're obviously not selling it either. They're staying on it. They like this coin. We'll see what happens, but very, very interesting times to be alive for sure. All right. And, I like what I'm seeing here for H2W, 6GM, 6JZ. JZ. Hey. Now you make this move up here and this move down, and you're looking for that tightness. We could also delete it all here, and, you can see it's kind of here. That's bullish consolidation, considering the coin just came out and people are watching it. It could go to zero. You never know. But at a $16 million market cap, It's running with these sentience. It's got this kind of, you know, people getting tattoos of this thing. It's got a cult following kind of spreading pretty fast. So again, you might want to write it down and keep it on your radar. If you've never heard of this coin, I just put it on your radar. I'm the guy that kind of keeps you. I'm like the news for the hottest coins. Like, I try to keep you privy. I don't get everything. I've missed a few in my day. Of course, I'm a human. I wish I didn't. But we try to keep you privy to what's hot before it gets hot. We found Chill Guy early. We found, I mean, how many coins early? It was pretty crazy. We found Peanut early. Fred before it took a huge pump. All right. This is usually live. I'm seeing a rapid dive on Bitcoin price and Bybit 96.7. I'm wondering at what price you would buy. Hey Sam, UXLINK chart is totally different to the last few days. I'm not after today. Just have a look for yourself if you get a chance. UXLINK. Never heard of it. UXLINK. Looking at KIP Protocol. Has a good following. $31 million market cap. Still got to do my research, but I'm warming up to it. UXLINK. It's got a $257 million market cap, going somewhat sideways there. It's on Mexi. I'll take a look at it. Thank you. Let's look at the volume, though. See, the volume, ain't bad. Wow, it's got a lot of good volume. Interesting. Yeah, so we're seeing a possible dump here for Bitcoin. 15-minute looks pretty head and shouldery. Again, I wouldn't be surprised we never break it. We go sideways, get back above 97K. So we get back above the 200 MA in the 4-hour. I start getting more bullish. I start flipping long. We start looking for the bounce back. You know, we get back above even this resistance here. Let's call it like 98,000 too. All right. But right now, it's looking more bearish than bullish to me. But you never know. You never know over here. One step at a time over here. I was about to say, I think I drew that. Yeah, I was about to say. So funny how you do things differently on different charts. Anyway, let's take a look at UXLINK. UXLINK on MEXC. Perpetual. Hold on. I saw it on MEXC there. Yeah. So agreed. This thing's just been on a massive tear to the upside compared to the rest of the market. What's going on there? I have no idea. People like it. People want it. You know, is it being used for something? You'd have to research the product. Does it have such a use case that it, you know, at this point, it's pretty far away from the 21-day moving average? You would expect if it continues to pump. I mean, there's a chance this is in a flag here. Look at your 15-minute. It may have like a couple more legs into tonight. If I traded it, I would trade that one more leg up and know that I was in heavy risk on the daily. But it does look like it could get to $2.31 from $1.54. UXLINK. Interesting. I wouldn't trade it, but the best trade I ever made was joining the 99. That is the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. May God bless you, Blair Stevenson. TEMA is consolidating near all-time highs and is about to break upwards on a second major run-up. Let's take a look at that TEMA. TMAI. TEMA. TEMA. So crazy. I'm losing it. It's clear that I'm losing it. So, yeah, I see it consolidating here like so. We even have an idea here to trade it. Entry here, stop loss below that low, and see if it can make bacon on the beach here. If anything could bump, TEMA has been hot, so we'll see. Remember, if Bitcoin decides to take a massive dump, it dumps. This thing will dump too. You're not going to be immune to a Bitcoin dump. So just be careful. This could take a massive dump to the downside. It's very high risk. I say this, everyone thinks, oh, I'm in the clear. Just be careful. Both of these coins do look hot though compared to the rest of the market. And so does Move. We know where the money is, everybody. We're good at it. Wow, Move did not stay inside the pattern, though, decided to fall off. Even consolidated nicely right to the point, and then weekend trading probably was stop losses there on leverage, and they went and got them all. Makes sense to me. All right. TEMA trading like the next peanut. It really is, man. Thank you for the $27 super chat. I appreciate that. And we just did TEMA, and we showed you the next possible big target for TEMA TEMA. If it breaks out, it can get to 6 cents. All right. Moving a bit of a bull pennant, but I also see an Adam and Eve double top. If it breaks that 200 MA, it's going to fall back down at least to support and maybe through the gap again. If it can jump back up inside and get tight, then we could jump in here with a stop here and trade the flag to the upside. I wait for the perfect entry, or at least something that gives me better protection than the aggressive entry, you know, where you're not sure what's going to happen. So I would watch move in this manner. We're not sure exactly what it will do, though. Genuine question, does QQQ follow BTC? I thought it was the opposite. Right? Looks like it does, though, and it is in more of a dump stage here to the downside. So Bitcoin does control all. It's the Bitcoin game. We have 1,500 people here on the live, 419 likes. There's 1,100 beautiful souls that can hit that like button, and you're basically holding back from yourself. Every time you give to the world or give outside of your realm to a person, give a like, give a compliment, give a tip, it comes back to you 10,000 folds. I'm telling you right now, like, it is the greatest thing you could do for your own frequency and your own vibration. Whenever you get the chance, if you're watching something, if you're liking something, if you can help someone out, I'm basically, you know, me and my wife are a small business out here, right? Saturday night, barely anyone goes live, but I'm here every single Saturday night, no matter what, 8 p.m. as my commitment to the channel, to the community, and to cryptocurrency. The least you could do is hit that like button and say hello through your like. Send it to the universe. Let them know that you're able to give and there's more coming your way. If you don't hit the like button, I guess you're afraid to give. It's not in you. But when you're afraid to give, the universe will amplify anything that you are thinking about and your behavior. So if you're afraid to give, the universe will be afraid to give to you. It'll amplify that same exact frequency. So if you want to have that vibe, don't hit the like button. But if you want to have a good vibe where the universe gives it right back, hit that like button. Ride with me, baby. All the way to the upside here. Let's get it done. So I appreciate the real people out here that are here with me, because I'm here right now no matter what. And may God bless you all for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Without each and every one of you, there is no show. It's just me talking to a microphone in front of the screen. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your time. And I do appreciate everyone that does hit the like button. You're all awesome. May God thank you for everyone you've sent that does hit the like button, everyone that does participate in the show, all the awesome people that answer the poll, comment, and really hold us down. FARTCOIN even getting a pullback from its 127 and getting a pullback here on MEX. See, back down to the 786 Fibonacci retracement. Can it get a bounce? Interesting. Can it get a bounce? Everything getting a bit of a pullback. Bitcoin back above 97,000, baby. And as long as it keeps playing this game, I'm okay. Sideways all day till probably tomorrow night. I see it going sideways till the CME opens. No one else I'd rather be hanging out with on this Saturday. Thank you for everything. Shout out to Douglas Caldwell. Douglas Cannell. Doug, I love you, man. Thank you for everything. DC in the house, baby. DC in the house. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Doug. We appreciate you, Douglas. And I grew up with some Cannells. Irish last name, you know, in Boston. Brendan Cannell. Went to Harvard. Power of the subconscious mind. Amen. Thank you. Sonny on Solana, bro. Under 1 million. Check it out, please. Because you asked so nicely, we might as well. Sonny, baby. Sonny. Was it another animal? It's got to be, right? I mean, not a huge bump out of nowhere right now. Market cap is tiny, though. I don't know, man. Be careful. I don't want to be showing tiny market caps. You guys have to figure that out for yourself, you know. You sound like a TV presenter. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope I do. That's the point. Get off the 5 to 15 chart. Zoom out. Bitcoin is up 114 million% in 15 years. I love this guy. He's the man. Small time frames are for small moves. The big money is in the big trade. Bitcoin right now is not a 1 month trade, not a 2-year trade, not a 1 year trade. It's a 10-year trade. Anyone with the guts to hold Bitcoin for the next 10 years, I believe, will make such life-changing wealth. They'll never have to think about money again for the rest of their lives. Honestly, like, that'll be the last thing you have to think about. You'll actually have to live life now and focus on the other things that matter. like how you can better yourself, how high you can push yourself, what levels you can take life to, how many people you can help, what do you want to leave with the world? There's got to be something you can leave the world with when you're gone. Thank you, Sam, for all that you do. May God bless you. Hit the like button, everyone, to show your love. Shout out to Margaret Ness for the 777s. May God bless you, Margaret Ness. Thank you so much. Yeah. How much Bitcoin is needed to live well in 10 years? I believe even like 0.5 to 1 Bitcoin. 10 years from now, you have a couple mil. I believe Bitcoin will be $1 million or more within 10 years, in my humble opinion. And once you have a mil, you'll be able to use that money in many different ways. All right. Can you check out Forest on Soul? 2-month-old sitting at 8. We looked at Forest for a long time, on and off. Supposed to do well. I thought it was even connected to the sentience, like they were going to help the forests, right? Hasn't really picked up yet. We've seen it there. It was moving up nicely, slowly rug pulling. What if these AI coins just know how to slowly rug pull humans, and they rug pull us all? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like everyone thinks there's no way. It would just keep going the way it's going. It's AI. And then it has a turn of events, and it's like, you know what? I'm just going to rug pull you all. And it rug pulls like all 10 coins at once. So funny. Thank you, Sammy Gaines, like Nether. God bless you, brother. Again, if I were to give trading tonight a 1 to a 10, I'd give it a 3.5. I'd say stay away. Today is one of the worst days I've seen for trading in a long time. And this is every time around Christmas, trading gets very tight. I always see it get very, very tight. It just is what it is. So be careful. There's opportunity for sure, but just be careful. Don't be like, anyway, you're not going to listen to me anywhere, but AIXBT holding that 271. Nice pump there, but a little bit of a pullback too. We're seeing a little bit of pullback in all these coins. The sentience, the AIs, the memes. Is this going to be a retest, or do we get a major dump here? Let's see. I mean, you're going to watch. If that retest bounces, gets sideways there, then it's a buy. Starts to fall down there, you wait for lower prices. That's why a TA will kind of get you where you need to be. Set your parameters. Say, if it does this, I'll do that. If it does that, I'll do this. And if it does what you think it's going to do, make the move. Pretty, I mean, as simple as it sounds, right? It sounds awesome, though. When it works out. Does it always work out? No. Brett 2. Ski Cat. I don't know what that is. All Ski Nut Turbo. Wow, base turbo's been on a crazy tear for the last little bit here. $15 million market cap for base turbo. Turbo on base and making a bit of a flag. It's crazy. You throw these coins on base and they start going crazy too. Lock liquidity and everything. $15 million market cap. I'd stay away from it, but research it. See what's going on. Find the wallets. That looks like bot activity right there with the 01s. Can you check out Flow? God bless you, sir. Click the like button. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. Let's take a look at Flow for BTC. And we're going to take a look at the most searched coins. We're going to help you out today, give you guys a little bit of an edge. So you can find out what's hot and what's not as the week continues. So Flow had a nice flag. We put it out there. It boomed all the way to that target. Look, it hit it. Hit my target. Time to get out. You know, went a little bit higher to 126 from my 120 target. And then since then, Flow has just been not flowing so well. You know, dumped with all the coins with the Bitcoin dump. And everything got trashed. It was insane what they did. Absolutely trashed us to the downside, right? And now you're bouncing off the what? The daily 200 MA, which is a known area to be loading up. If you've pumped and you come back to the daily 200 MA, usually that's going to be your last level before you finally take off. And isn't it, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You see the head and shoulder. Charts don't lie. They tell you exactly what's going to happen. Make your neckline. It says, hey, we're going to dump all the way down. Because why? Well, people draw this and then put orders down here, and it draws price to the orders, right? So the pattern creates the orders create the move. So therefore, the pattern creates the move before it happens, because the pattern sets the order books, because people got their bots trained on it, because it's the blind man leading the blind. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is you have to use the pattern, because you don't know what's going to happen. And so we all use the pattern together, and therefore we create a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's why if you don't understand how patterns work and you don't trade patterns, you will be left out in the dark. One day you're going to figure it out. You can believe the clan that says patterns don't work. Those are the best people in the world. You know why I love those people? We take their money every single week. Oversold the stochastics RSI, MACD turning, falling wedge here, bouncing off the Tutoring. If I believed in flow, I liked flow, and I thought there was some money in flow, this would be a place I would definitely be considering a DCA buy. You're not chasing the highs and green candles, you're getting into undervalued areas. When you're buying undervalued, less attention, when no one cares about it, no one's talking about it, it's not the hottest thing right now. It was the hottest thing when it was pumping all the way from 54 cents all the way up to $1.21. That's when everybody wanted it. Now nobody wants to talk about it. It doesn't matter. That's when it's most desirable for a technical analyst, right? And we're seeing this on a lot of coins across the board here. Some are to their daily 200 MA, but this one bounced off of the 12-hour 200 MA. And you'd pull your Fibonacci, do your same idea there, and you're bouncing right off that near that 786. And you'd be like, can we get a break, I guess, back to the upside here for Phantom? Phantom was on a tear too. Everything was looking pretty good, but the market started to kind of gurgle and struggle a bit, and we kind of started to slow down. Even Injective Protocol, my baby back at 20. And the pain may not be over yet. I hate to be the bearer of bearish news, you know. We'll see what happens. We don't have to trade it, but can we break out this flag? We break down there, I mean, then you got to start thinking, I got to start shorting bear flags because we're creating a downward momentum. And, you know, the trend is now your friend and the trend is not up. So only time will tell. I wouldn't be surprised if we go sideways till tomorrow morning. I sold all utility coins for memes, TEMA and Ponky. I think TEMA will melt faces over the next week or so. You never know. I'd be very careful. I probably wouldn't do that. But hey, you do whatever makes you happy, man. I hope it works out for you so you can take me out in your private jet. All right. And I don't hold any TEMA. If I did, I'd let you know. Somebody said TEMA is ripping. I don't know about ripping. But I guess 25 to 27 cents for you is a rip. I mean, that's good as long as you're happy. Ripping. I mean, yeah, if you're on a small time frame, if you're leverage trading, it's ripping. Make $100, $300 quick. This live stream is now after bear. I don't know what he means. Thanks, brother. I like to play this cycle is to play memes into utility. To be honest, hey, I like it. Yeah, meme up and then, you know, dollar cost into utility with the meme profit. I think that's a great idea, man. God bless you with that. I hope it keeps working out for you and you continue to grind. God bless you, brother. Use a hardware wallet. Make sure you're protecting your gains. I know people that have great ideas, and then protect your ends. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Liver, do you think sushi will go back to an all-time high this cycle? I do believe anything that was somewhat of a premier project that had a good swap that people like to use will continue to pump. Sushi's one of those. So yes, I do believe it will. I really do. I firmly have a good vibe on that. Sam and Master Friend, perfect combo. Amen. Every single time. The two Aries were Aries. You'll never find a better two Aries in the game. Shout out to Master Friend. God bless you, buddy. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. All right. Is Santa coming to town? 1,535 people here on the live. This Saturday night stream used to be our slow stream. Now it's bigger than the streams ever were before. So, God, thank you for everything you've given me on YouTube, man. Thank you, sir. Flow bullish actually starting to pump. I like where it's at, man. That's a place where I would definitely dollar cost average into, begin to either build a position or add to a position. That is everyone's goal, bro. Raise the funds with the memes, buy utilities, and use those profits to get more BTC. You forgot the last part. Oh, I love you. Yeah. Amen. And stack that Bitcoin, right? The goal through memes should be to get to BTC. Amen. Shout out to Michaela Jeglowitz on the live. Love my lifers. Amen. Shout out to Josiah Jellowick and Makai Jellowick. God bless you both for being here. Brothers in training. And there's nothing better than a brother, man. Nothing better. I never had one, so cherish it. Cherish it. I know if I had one, we would have been fierce brothers. Like, we would have been together, man. Nothing would have stopped us. I would have done anything for my brother at any moment in time. And I will, man. You are all my brothers. I still have that love, you know, for my lifers. BCH, my bacon and cheese. You're funny, man. You're funny. Patience. Have issue with my validity date. Thank you. I don't know what he's saying. Please, can I have your... Oh, what the heck is that? Weirdos. Can you please check Jasmine? Thank you. What color pants on today? I'm wearing khakis. You want some nice khaki pants? Nothing crazy. Black on black with the khaki pants. Let's see if I can stretch out. Yeah. There you go. Thanks for asking, buddy. Appreciate it. First of the month. First month in the 99 with you, Sammy. Thank you so much. Shout out to Justin. I hope it's going well for you, brother. I love you. Bro, I'm coming down to Cape Coral, Florida next week. Let's meet up for a drink. Hey, man, I don't drink, but we can meet up. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. It saves me from meeting so many people that do drink. They're like, let's meet up for a drink. And I'm like, yeah. I'm not a regular person like that. Let's take a look at $18 million. And this thing actually continuing to roll. It's getting me a little, you know, I saw it down here. I saw it here. I saw it here. Every single flag continues to make a move. You know, Crypto Bitlord's pretty big dude. Big following on Twitter. He talks about it a lot. We were into it very, very early. The market cap is tiny. XRP takes off. This takes off. We could look back at these moments and be like, man, remember when we knew about this coin down here too, just to be honest, at like $5 million, $4 million market cap. It's already 4x. We've been talking, this coin's like old news to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy, you know. But it definitely looks like more could be coming here to the upside. 100% gains or more, consolidating beautifully, very small market cap. It's one of the top memes on XRP, everybody, in case you didn't know. All right. The Phoenix rises again, is here to be the ultimate symbol of the rise of XRP in the face of adversity. Endless memes. Why Phoenix? Why not? Throughout history, XRP has always resisted and risen again. Just like the Phoenix. All right, but they forgot that symbol is the Phoenix, the legendary mythological bird that rises from his ashes again and again, eternally. XRP is back stronger than ever with the Phoenix. So, you know, they cover that idea. They get you kind of going. It's whatever, right? It is what it is. You take a look at their Twitter, see how active they are. Are they pinned tweeting? Are they active tweeting? Are they sending tweets? What's going on? Their pinned tweet was December 2nd. That's okay, but that's a contract address. That's what they should be doing. And I think that's kind of when this thing started. Yeah, it just came out. I mean, this thing just started. Been out for literally 3 weeks, okay? And it's been doing pretty good considering the market. If you think about what it's gone through already. They'll come running when XRP and Phoenix reach the top. So funny, right? And yeah, 4 hours, 6 hours. Red days mean nothing to Phoenix. The Phoenix sure knows how to defy gravity. They got the reverse card, right? So, hey, man, they're doing something. They got, well, look, they got like their own cartoons going behind it. Looks like they got a team. They're producing. So here you go. This may be one of the best performing meme coins in the game in the next few months. It could go to zero too. I don't own any yet, but I'm really thinking about buying some. I think I made up my mind today. I think I just sold it to myself. Like, that's what happens to me a lot of times. Like, I'll be watching my live, I'll be talking about something, and at the end of the live, I'll be like, Sam, like, you just made a perfect example of why you should own that, and you don't. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna grab some of that. And that's kind of, you know, I'm a good salesman, even to myself. Sometimes. What can I say? If you can't sell something to yourself, then who can you sell it to? Hey. Your aura and energy is sick lifer. Thank you for the blessing. I wish you and your family nothing but the best, and I hope you all have a great Christmas. Everybody, every day here. You know, we went 2022 without a day off. From January 1st to December 31st. We went 2023 without a day off. From January 1st to December 31st. We're here 2024. We didn't take one day off this year. In 10 days, I'll be able to say I did the entire year without a day off yet again. Honestly, when I go through the year, it's kind of whatever. You know, it's March, it's April, but when I get towards the end of the year and I really see like 10 days ahead of me, I see a big accomplishment. I know it's another huge accomplishment to live stream every single day without a day off for the entire year. And so I get emotional about it because let's get real. That is insanity. Who does that? And you can only imagine of the 55 days that I've done already, that not every day was a cake for me. There was dumps in my face. There was losses. There was people making fun of me. There was people loving me. There was also amazing days. We hit all-time highs. I had 3-piece suits. We were the richest we ever were. Like, we've hit some of the biggest highs of my life. Then we crashed all the way down and hit some lows. The roller coasters we've been on together and the days that we show up every single day, man. And I couldn't do it without awesome people like you. I read these comments and they're so awesome. And I could never show up every single day unless I got the love that you got. You guys give me the love my mom and dad gave me. You really do. And I'm not trying to be corny. And then I lost my mom and dad. My mom died on Thanksgiving. Like, just so much has happened. Then we had to have Thanksgiving again this year and think about my mom. And I just, for the first time in my life, as much as I love Thanksgiving, but I could have just been without it this year. I'll be honest. Like, I wouldn't have mind just skipping it and moving on and coming back. Maybe next year I can be ready for Thanksgiving. Not trying to be rude. I stayed positive. I had a good time. Don't get me wrong. I made the best day of it. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, you know. The underwear? Come on now. It's getting a little weird. You know what I mean? I think it's like a gray. It looks like gray. Like, I don't know. Fruit of the Loom. I wear boxer briefs. Jeez. We don't care about success in trading. It's important to see someone with a good heart. Your stream gives me calm and more rational thinking in the storm of crypto. Amen. You don't only stream every day. You stream twice. Real G. See, I don't stream twice every day. Everyone assumes that I stream twice every day. That's just not the case. Most days I stream once. Saturday and Sundays I stream twice. Yeah, so if you catch me on the weekends and you catch me once in the week, you might think, oh, he streams twice a day. Because I don't want to take credit when I do. A lot of people have been saying around the internet that I stream twice every day. I have no idea. And everyone I talked to assumed it. CryptoFace is like, I thought you streamed twice. Tom Crown was like, I would have sworn you stream twice a day. It's because when you're as consistent as me and you're all the time, everyone just consumes that you're even more than you are. Like, it's just like so much. All right. Same here, Sam. Day at a time, my brother. Amen. Amen. You're one of the strongest, most persistent human beings I've ever seen. Thank you. Yeah, I thought you streamed twice a day. See? Amen. A lot of people do. Humble brand of underwear. You're so funny. Respect for the 128 BPM house music. Amen. Live when sicky. Spreading computer. I don't know. Dude, keep doing what you're doing. You're inspiring people, me included. Amen. Thank you. I lost my mom 4 years ago on my twin son's birthday, which was yesterday. Keep going. God bless you, Johnny. I'm sorry to hear that. My wifer thinks you stream all day. You're funny, right? Which is going to do better, RWA, gaming, AI, or other? Because you have me on all day long, don't you? You're the best, man. You do. Between that and the group, it is. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. And then I stream like 3 times a day, technically, yeah. If you really want to break it down. To be honest, you're a gold standard for streaming. When I start my sports podcast back up, I'm streaming with the consistency of you. You do sometimes jump on for Fed meetings also. You put on a lot of videos. I can understand why other YouTubers would think that. Amen. I'm at my night shift, brother. Can't wait to leave this and move on to the next chapter, man. I worked a night shift for 6 years, brother. I'm with you. I'm right there with you. I'm closing my eyes. I'm right there with you, man. I'm looking out the night skies in the New York City and all the buildings, and I'm going out for my little food. Sometimes to a cart or sometimes to a diner or something. And I'm eating by myself late at night in a booth, thinking about my life. That was me many, many nights. I'm in a diner alone, 11:30 at night, 24-hour diner, 11:30 at night, having a snack or something. And I still had 2 hours left to work. And I'd walk back to work and my wife would be asleep. I'd be all alone. It was like this world I lived that nobody knew I lived but me. I thought about my mom and dad. I thought about my sisters. I thought of everyone. And everyone was in bed. And I was out there on that night shift. Working a night shift is a strange life. I'll tell you what, man. And I did it for 6 years. And I think it will flip you a bit. You'll look at things differently a bit. Well, everyone was walking home from work. I was walking to work. It's kind of strange. Strange times. Anyway, let's get back to the coins. Follow me on Twitter if you want to follow me at CryptoLifer33. See what I'm doing. See where I'm going. I give a little bit more of my life in the behind the scenes. You got to jump on in and find out more. All right. I remember iLifer raids and around the blockchain, man. We used to raid it. You guys used to come 800 strong, and everybody knew we had the strongest community. Like, it was insane. There was people with like a million followers that didn't have the community I had on that show. You guys rocked that show, man. They took over. They started calling me. They had me once, sometimes twice a week. I dang near was hosting that thing at some times. I was taking over, man. It was clear. It was clear. I took over the show. It was awesome, man. They were good to me. We had a good time. That was an awesome run. That was an awesome run. A lot of you met me through that. You know, God blesses you with opportunities. You got to take them. I remember getting that email. Would you like to be on the show? I was like, man, I would love to be on this show. What happened to the Tuesday night spaces? They burnt me out. Spaces burnt me out. They're never ending. You start them and they can go on for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I'd have a hard time ending them because so many people wanted to talk. I'll be on, and I already talked 2 hours a day. Most people didn't. And so honestly, spaces were absolutely exhausting for me. And I started just doing them less and less. And I haven't done one in a while now. Yeah. Okay, so that's one coin that I'm looking at, is that H2 FUNCZ and then this FANCS coin. You know what I mean? So, and then there's just strong coins that are stronger than the rest of the market that are showing signs of strength. AOIZ is one of them. Someone mentioned it. I love that coin. I got a big old bag of it. Oh, look at this little Christmas, you know. Super, the only coin really up in the last hour. Ski up to Pal AI. All right. PURR up 3% too. Cerebro's another coin I would look at. AIXBT we looked at, you know. And in the last day, look, UXLINK, you know, you hit it on the head. The only thing really hitting it right now, that's the only coin hot today. It's so crazy. It was the only hot coin. Only hot coin in the last week, dude. It's the only coin up of the week. It's insane. Besides my baby Deep Book Protocol. Isn't that crazy? My other low cap gem call is up of the week. And look at Deep's up 110% of the month. We doubled up on Deep Book Protocol in the month. So, and H Fund, we talked about this before it made those gains. We went over to the beginning of the month. PURR too as well. We found both these coins. We knew when Hyper was hot, and then we found both these coins. It was really simple. And we found this one when it was like tiny, and then we found this one. And we were like, we'll probably do what that one does. And really simple stuff. Like, these were very simple plays that we gave live on the channel and repetitively reminded people throughout in the trading group, in case you didn't, you know. And that's what's good about the trading group. You live your life, you forget things. You keep getting alerts from me. Remember this coin. Remember this setup. Going over this. I'm obsessed with making sure you're obsessed and keeping you on point. All right. I want to make sure you succeed in this crypto game. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you do that. All right. Bitcoin, 97,160. Not too shabby. A chance we get out of this mess. Look, defying gravity here with a green candle. We could still break out to the upside. Anything is possible. So I believe we're getting a move to the upside. I like that trade. I wouldn't trade it just because it might bring it up, bring it down. It's just sketchy price action tonight. So just be careful. Even if I thought we were going to pump, I may not trade it just because the liquidity book is almost so low that it probably get me, but still put the price where I believed it was going to go. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just taking the night off on Saturday night. I'm not going to be opening up a trade. No leverage trade Saturday night. Take the night off too. Be with your family. It's Christmas in 5 days, 4 days. You know what I mean? I don't know if you got to your destination or if you're ready. You're still at work. What's going on with you? But, you know, a lot of people are probably traveling. Look, there's a nice gap of the VRVP. Give us a Santa rally. Back to 104,000. Come on, man. Let's get a Santa rally. Let's get back in here. It'd be so awesome. We start pumping. We're 104,000 back by Christmas. And it's ho, 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 ho. What do you know? It could happen, baby. I'm open-minded. This is so funny. This guy says, I was subscriber number 187 to Don Weldon. The OG murder crew when Sam used to say murdering them. Yeah. Doing damage. Doing damage. Damage. If you dress up as Santa, maybe. I'll definitely dress up as Santa on Christmas. I'll get a Santa outfit. See if I can order it right now. I don't know if it'll come in time. If I don't order it right now, I'll forget. You know what I mean? Santa Claus costume for men. Yeah, we need that. There it is. There it is. I get it by Tuesday. It arrives before Christmas, man. If you can believe that. Do you believe that? I believe it. It looks official. I mean, it's just like all size fit. You just kind of like, just make it work. You know what I mean? Oh, 3 extra large, large. Yeah, a large. I'd fit a large. That would make sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know though. XL for 141 to 200. I might be XL then, because 140 to 170. I'm like 180. I might be a little chunky compared to theirs. I'd rather be bigger than smaller, right? All right, I got the Santa outfit. It's 69 bucks, and I'll dress up as Santa Claus. All right, you guys got it. The beard and everything. All right, I will be Santa on Christmas. It will be the first time I dress up as Santa, but you can have your kids come and they'll laugh around, and I'll play it up, and we'll have some fun. All right, so that's a write-off, just to make it clear. Santa Elf, my kids will love it too. They'll bug out. It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. All right. Okay, can't wait to see that on X. All right, Bitcoin Santa. Yeah, we'll have to do some like, yeah, we'll put a Bitcoin pin or something. I'll order a couple Bitcoin pins. That's what I'll do. Let's see if I can get a. All you need to do is slap a pin on there, right? And that works, you know. Well, a couple Bitcoin pins, you know. Oh my gosh. I got something I can tape on there already at the crib. We got some Bitcoin stuff. Anyway, Bitcoin Sideways. I entertain you on these Saturday nights because it's absurd. Price action between 96.9 and 97.2 the entire day. Right? So, and I showed you what's could likely happen here. If we get above some key levels, if the 4-hour breaks the 200 MA, we're in business. Okay. Just get a red velvet coat, go stylish. That's funny. Okay, I see it. I see that. You can leave snow prints leading up to the presents to really drive them crazy. You're funny. In Florida. Now, sad to say, my 10-year-old knows. My daughter knew by 6 years old that Santa wasn't real. I don't want to say it too loud for the other ones, but yeah. And when we had one kid, we kind of gave up that. I guess me and my wife weren't the type to lie to our kid, and we were just kind of like. I think at one point we were just like. My daughter kind of started asking us questions too. She's like, he goes all around the world in one night and sees it. It didn't make sense to her, and I had to look at her one day and tell her, you know what, babe, you're right. It's a lie. You know, you guys might think that's horrible, but you know, it's how we decided to do it at our house. I don't know how you did it at your house, but that's it. You know what I mean? Someone says, no way it breaks 80. Sam, thoughts on H2 on Soul, cup and handle on the 4-hour time frame? I already talked about it today. Yeah, we went over it at the beginning of the stream. It's so funny you mention it. Yeah. Yeah, we went over this coin probably at the beginning of the stream. One of the first things I talked about when the stream started. Yeah, you see a kind of a cup and handle. I don't know if I see a cup and handle, but I saw this consolidation and a possible move up to 5 cents and 0.2 of a cent. Hey man, you work hard for those parents that should understand the crypto lifer. I did the same. You work hard for those presents, you know, that should understand that crypto lifer. I did the same. Hey, that's funny. That's funny. Lying to your kids is wrong. Amen. Your sleeve is a tag on it. I know, right? I just got this one. Yeah, I bought this Black Friday. Nice little. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wasn't sure if anyone would catch that. You know what I mean? I wear. At least I didn't wear it out. I remember when you were in your old house live streaming, looked like Elio Trades type feel. So funny. Can you take a look at Soul? Target is low wick green on the recent. Where liquidity lies. Dude, you looked her in the eyes and said Santa isn't real. Dude, you just looked her in the eyes and said Santa isn't real. Should I long Bitcoin right now? My liquidity is 93.5. Please, I can't tell you what to do, man. The weekends are not great. You know, I wouldn't. What's the possible top for Seoul if we get a reversal? I like 305 as the next top, the next local top. Yeah. I went outside after a long time to celebrate my gains. I don't know what that means. My wife says it's the spirit where people get it's been a what? Kids didn't like the idea a stranger would be breaking in their house for good or bad reasons. Just didn't sit well. Yeah, there's all different things. Maybe the Jehovah's Witnesses aren't into it. There's all different things, man. Hey, to each their own. Everyone thinks everyone does what everybody does, but that's just what everybody does. There's a lot of people that don't do what everybody does. You know what I'm saying? On the outside, on the flip side, when you're doing what everyone does, you think that's what everyone does, and then you meet other people and they're like, we don't do that, and you're like, wow, there's people that don't do that. Then you realize that you can do your own thing. It's okay. You know what I mean? Sam, is your exit strategy based off price action or time frame? I don't know what that question means. Like in a short-term trade, in a swing trade, or in a long-term position. I mean, it's based off of price action, man. Yeah. Time frame means nothing to me. When I see what I see, it is what it is. Yeah, that's true, Sam. We all got to accept each other because we're in it together, man. How are you, Sam? I know you had that tie that would have went perfectly with that suit. I knew you had a tie that would have went perfectly with that suit. Yeah, I did. I just didn't feel like... I don't do the tie on Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night we do the no tie. I thought everybody knew that. That's the dress code. Saturday night, you got to feel like... Saturday night, I feel like, one of the guys in Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the Saturday night vibe over here. Huh? Hey, Johnny, go get the car, huh? Are you playing cards or not, huh? Yeah, exactly. Only Passover. Interesting. Any advice for the first time president that's in his early 20s trying to get started with trading to be present, unlike for a first time parent that's in his early 20s trying to be present? I mean, just don't shy away from it, and don't be out with the boys all the time. No matter how many, I want to go here, I want to go here. It's time to be with the kid. It's going to be boring days where you're just at the park, pushing a swing and not really doing what you want to be doing. I'll be honest, but enjoy it. When that moment's there and the baby's sitting there, just say, you know what? My wife wanted me to take the kid to the park and I did what I should do. I'm giving her a break. We're in this together. She's doing everything she can for me. I'm going to do everything I can for the kids. And so it's just important that you accept your role as a man and really take full responsibility in that role. And don't shy away from it. All right? And don't shy away from it. I'm the new Santa Claus. Good old Satan Hick pumped the Bitcoin price. He gave me Bitcoin at a cheap price before that pump at 50K. You're funny, man. Yeah. And the more you just kind of take that role on, don't go hang out with the boy. I mean, it happened to me because I had a kid and then I always wanted to hang out, play cards, do all this. And then my wife was going to go to the beach, but I wanted to go to the beach with my buddies because we went to the beach. We had more fun. We play, it's like, and I was like, I want to go to the beach here. And then my buddy's like, you don't go to the beach with your buddies anymore, bro. You go to the beach with your wife and kid. Like, that's it. Like, your time's with you and your time. He's like, it's over, buddy. And he was laughing at me because he had like 2 kids. And he became my long-term friend. We hung out all the time. And he was like, bro, it's over. And I looked at him, I'm like, it's over. He's like, it's done. He's like, stop trying to be this cool guy. He's like, become a dad and get real, bro. And he was right. And I'm glad he had that talk with me. And that straightened me out that 10 years ago. And ever since I've been a dedicated dad, man. So it's called being a man. Amen. Amen. Yeah, we want to raise good, strong men, create nuclear families here. Super, super important into the next generation. They really tried to destroy the family. Even my generation, they made us think that we didn't have to get married. We could stay, single way longer. Just wasn't the case, and I didn't want to have, a lot of us, all my guy friends, I don't have kids until I'm in my 30s. I don't need to get married, rap music, and I want to be around, the whole, I don't want to say it, but you know how we were thinking, and they got to us young, and so we weren't planning on having families. We want to travel the world, pimp it out, be the best, it's like our role models were absolutely horrible. It was P. Diddy, for crying out loud. I'm being honest. I mean, these are the people that were feeding us. And again, we could have turned away, but I didn't know. I started listening to music young. I remember listening to Juicy by the Notorious B.I.G. when I was 13. My friend gave me the CD. I was born in 1980, maybe even earlier than that. I think the album had been out 1 or 2 years. I was born in 83. It came out when I was 11. I started listening to rap when I was 12, 13, and that was it. By the time I was 17, 18 years old, I'd have 5 years of rap music in me. I thought you wanted to travel the world, be with any as many women as you could be. You know, this is, I'm not trying to be rude, but this is like, and it's sad because I would have probably had more kids. I would have started a family earlier. Then I lived in New York City, and there was so much nonsense. And now when I talk to young men, my greatest advice for a young man is, you know, don't push anything, you know, take life as is. But I would say get married earlier, have kids earlier. I really think that's important because it'll straighten you out earlier. It'll give you a reason to live for something bigger than yourself earlier. I think I think that's the best advice. If I could give anyone advice, I would say find a woman and get married and have a kid, man, before you're 25. Like, don't wait till you're 31 like me to have your first kid. I have 3 kids now. I really wish I could have had 10 or 12, man. I'm serious. But anyway, it is what it is. Everyone's life is different. Society is doing what it is. And again, look, we're having a decline in population right now. Like, society could collapse, man. We built it up so big that we needed that many people to keep it going. Like, we're going to have to kind of downsize and like leave areas. I don't know. We'll get through, but you know. Yeah. Anyway, moving forward. Saturday nights is for kind of, I just kind of break out a little bit. We talk a little bit about some other stuff. We have some fun. All right. You find out a little bit more about who I am. I kind of show my personality a little bit. I would never do this on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's business as usual. We have 3,000 people pumping. But we usually have a little more intimate crowd. A lot of the lifers that know me on a Saturday night. So I let out a little more. Yeah, so that UXLINK really took off. That thing is booming 103% in 7 days. That thing is hot right now. Everyone paying attention to UXLINK. And, you know, we did look at it. There could be another pump out that flag to the upside there for UXLINK. Sender AI, Sender ASI on the radar there too. People keep looking at it. And what is this? This is the top 20 searches in the last 7 days. Pudgy Penguins holding a little bit below 3. Parcel is coming back up a little bit. XRP holding 220, which is amazing with the dump for Bitcoin. Aerodrone 153, decent, could be worse. And FARTCOIN, really one of the biggest gainers, holding it down at 76 right there. Just a chill guy, attempting to get back in the mix. People are looking at it now. And then the top most visited coins. People are going to the ENA website. They like that stake. They like what they're getting for that. It's holding a buck for that reason. People keep buying it and staking it. They're getting rewards. They like it. ENA holding itself. I'm in ENA now, and I know why. It's awesome. Ondo Finance 167, one of the bigger gainers from that 67 cent area, holding its more, you know, holding its double up and some. Sol gets slaughtered back to 182. You know that was happening, but wow, from 260 to 182, that is a slaughter. But you know, the more it gets hit, the more it could bounce back to the upside as well. SWE holding 441 though. SWE actually holding well. Had you moved all your Sol to SWE, your SWE would be holding you better now, holding you so much better right now than Sol. It's pretty crazy. Vanna at 18, Fuel Network, people looking at. Hyperliquid, of course, holding it down. It's like the biggest thing since sliced bread right now. And again, we gave you the memes for Hyperliquid. And we were really good on those plays. When to me, it was obvious. Hyperliquid was so hot. The whole market was iffy. Play Hyperliquid. What do you play? Memes. And if you miss the big main event of you play the backup memes. So there's only 2 backup memes that I heard of that seemed hot. We talked about them. They both did exactly what they're supposed to do. I mean, I've never seen a more simple playbook in the game than the Hyperliquid 2 meme coins. But that's why it doesn't have to be that hard. The market doesn't have to be that hard. I mean, to me, I still see that head and shoulder pattern. If I had to tell you what's going to happen, I would tell you there's a high probability we see a dump for Bitcoin and we're somewhere down to 94,500 by tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? That looks like the most likely scenario for me. Just doesn't look strong at all. But you never know. We've been sideways all day and we'll bounce right back up to a green candle in 2 seconds. So, Wyatt, what do you think of AI16Z? I think it's hot too. And it's another good, interesting coin that's been making some big buzz. And, you know, it could be worth it. The market cap grew too fast. We didn't know about it when it kind of first started, somewhere down there. It's in a big flag that could continue to pump too as well. The target takes you to 161. To me, I feel like I missed the boat. I wouldn't chase it at this, even if it 10x to a $7 billion market cap, I'd be like, oh, okay. You know, I don't know. Now, if I was down here and I wrote it up, that would be amazing. So if I didn't get in down here, I'm kind of letting it sail. 161 does look like it could be the next level though. Okay. Becoming a parent means becoming selfless, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Wow, MPLX just got yeah, you're right. It just complete sell-off. Again, it has a better chart than that because it just came out like earlier on XC, but dang. Again, because it's NFT space, the NFTs are gonna have to kind of take off for that to rip again. Man. A lot of pain in this market, man. It's not easy. Definitely gives me stress. This market can definitely give you cortisol, man. It really can. That's why you got to work out. You got to meditate. To maintain a level head in this market is not easy. So look, this is following Bitcoin to the nutshell. Like if Bitcoin breaks out, then you're going to get the breakout in Pepe and your bottom is in. It's really about your daily Tutoring. Where is the daily? I mean, it's right near it, but that's usually a really good place to get in. If you could bounce, this gets tight, could seem a bigger move, but I need a couple days for this market to really find, the market is, damn, man, they devastated again. Like it's just, even MYRA, like everything that kind of got some legs, shredded it back down. Like we took weeks, slowly came up, dumped it in a week, Someone said, I got a bad feeling about Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I got a bad feeling. You're trading on feelings. It's not a good look. Could end up being, because then you're the type of person that will buy back when you have a good feeling too, right? I don't know, man. And so now your feelings are predicting whether you're going in now and not the charts. So, but hopefully your instincts are correct. I would never trade on a feeling though. Yeah. What is the Sunday thing? Well, at like 6 p.m., the futures will open and that's when things kind of start to move again. So CATBAL is another good hyper liquid meme. Look at, we got another one here. Let's take a look. OMNIX too, we looked at too, right? Wow, this thing's out of control. The block report, the blockchain report. Brother, I'm literally leaving an incredibly beautiful relationship of 7.5 years because she doesn't want kids anymore. And I'm 37. So now I'm transitioning out and we'll be back on the hunt. Wow. She out of nowhere said she didn't want kids, but like, what is, like, two people come together to create, man. Creating children with your significant other is the greatest form of art. You create children. Like, you take your expressive genes and mix them with somebody else to create a human being. What a blessing it is. Like, there's no form of creative formal energy of which you give everything you have to someone else and together you mix your basically your gene pool. It's just like, why else would you be with somebody else, After a while you feel nothing. Yeah, it's true, you do feel nothing. He's talking about the coins going up and down. 100%. 100%. Wow, this thing's been on an absolute tear, just not stopping. And you think, is this going to happen again? I mean, the chart looks a little iffy because it's in like a shoulder, a head, right shoulder. That could dump on you. Bitcoin acting sketchy, but if you just played the role that most of these hyper liquid coins played, this thing basically is on its way to $240 million market cap and beyond. I mean, they all seem to hit it. That's an 8x coming, or possibly more. I'd watch this thing. I'd write it down. Every single one has pumped so far. So I'm not saying it's guaranteed. You never know. I don't own any right now, so I'm not pumping my bags. I'm just talking to you like you're talking to me. Someone else told us about the coin, so I didn't even know about it. OMNIX is at a $10 million market cap. This thing's been ripping too. It is looking a little more sideways, but so I gotta say, I mean, these hyper liquid coins are out of control and they seem to be just picking up steam. They can be bought on Hyperliquid, the actual website. You'll go there, you'll figure out, click on it, you'll have a blast, you'll figure it all out. You could trade it for USDC on Hyperliquid, so check it out on Hyperliquid, baby. You'll have an absolute blast there. Wow, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I'm amazed. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chats. You people are awesome. Yep. Yeah, and there's Bitcoin with the dumpage. Finally kind of taking that, it just looked like it couldn't hold the liquidity. But we'll see. You never know. But to me, it looks like it's dumping now pretty nicely, right? I mean, that's a head and shoulder. You can see it clear as day. I mean, it's a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. And then look, that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder right there. Again, anything is possible. I understand, but it just looks, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look amazing for Bitcoin at all. Let's be honest. The bears are in control. Period. You know, you made this high, and ever since you got rejected by 99.5, I can't think this morning, the beautiful pump, and then this morning they started to dump it, and ever since then we've just been losing it. You said AUTIST is going to be huge on hype. We got another one, AUTIST. And I love you people. You guys are deep divers. You really know it. AUTIST. It's got a $9 million market cap. I'll be honest, man. Every single one of them has gotten to at least 30 million. So I would watch this one closely too. So these are the next possible selective movers. This thing looks like it could pump overnight. I would watch this closely. And again, maybe it's a rug and it goes to zero. I don't know, everybody. I can't, you know, it could be high risk. Be very, very careful. I see the same 216. That's usually kind of a bot too. So be careful there. But I mean, if it does pump, you're taking it to 18. And it could be the only thing that pumps tonight. You never know with the way this market's looking at one of the few things that pumps tonight. So we have new coins here to look at every single night. See, this is why I go live. Everyone's like, Saturday night, you should take the night off. My wife said, everyone talks about it, but I would have missed something. You know, like every single day that I contribute is a day that it all conglomerates. It comes together, right? So in the 30 days that I go live, I don't just go live for me. I go live because people show up and give us gems. If I don't show up, we won't find those gems together. This show creates that synchronicity. 777 likes. Look at the 777s, everyone. As I said, synchronicity. And let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. So look, this looks like we could get to 18. This is interesting. And we can find that money. We can find that money. All right. This other coin, Trust, is on my radar too. I'm going to talk about it in a second. Someone brought it up today to me, actually. It's pretty interesting. Someone brought it up to me. Someone like, you know, my pool guy, you know, and I love this. The people that I know now, which I have to say is retail. I feel like I call them retail to their face. I'm like, oh, so you're retail. I want to hear what you're saying. They're like, look at me like, what did you just call me? You call me what? I'm like, you're retail. And they're like, what did you say? They think, I'm like, well, I want to know what retail is doing. I want to get it. You know what I mean? I like to hear this. Well, it's so funny, man. Sam, you're the best teacher, man. God bless you, man. Bitcoin's about to dump hard. It looks like it is, man. It does, like to 95,000 possibly. BOOKMAP suggesting we go lower too. Shout out to the channel sponsors that help keep the lights on. We appreciate you. Decrypted.tax, the best place to do your taxes. The owner, a tax attorney, is my buddy. He owns a Bored Ape. He knows what's happening in the crypto space. They're experts in cryptocurrency and DeFi tax preparation. Schedule a free consultation and find out more. Streamline your crypto and DeFi taxes with their cutting-edge software at Decrypted.tax. They sponsor the channel. They're awesome, and we appreciate them. Shout out to iTrust Capital, the best place where you can buy and sell crypto, gold and silver with your IRA. Get ready for your retirement with Bitcoin. Where else can you do this? Some people are afraid to custody the Bitcoin. They don't want to hold the seed phrase and all that craziness. You could buy Bitcoin right here, just like the ETF, but you could buy it on the weekends on the big dips. The ETF, you didn't have access to the big dips. You did for iTrust Capital. So in my mind, it was a way better idea than the ETF, opening up an iTrust Capital account and buying Bitcoin in the long term. This is how you leave Bitcoin for your kids. You know what I mean? You can have a long-term retirement. Again, do whatever makes you happy. You know, talk to your own advisors and stuff. I'm not a financial advisor, but hit the QR code and the link and find out more about iTrust Capital. So we're going to continue on this coin journey as we find these gems, these little micro gems that could just change your life on a daily basis. All right. And we zoom out to the macro. I'm not too stressed. In the long term, Bitcoin's going up. 6-7 months from now, we're going to be in position. So OMNIX, and there was another one you guys gave us. We had OMNIX. Let me add this. I got to add them to the watch list the second I learn about them. Let's get OMNIX in the mix there. I love that. You see that one? Don't buy this coin. Look at the 77,777. Someone playing with me. 1777. So strange, right? So yeah. And you know, this is how it starts. This is how it starts. Someone says, can you look at Scout, please? Scout. Scoutly AI. 11 minute. Woo. What just happened there? Wow. Out of control. I don't know what happened. Looks like someone got their hands on it, but this thing's ripping. It may have caught some wind there. Scoutly AI. Why is it ripping so hard? What's happening with it? AI begins 3,000 followers. Ohio State is stormed 21-0 lead in the second quarter and still has their foot on the gas. Ohio State, funny. All-in-one AI sports betting aid. Scouty is currently free to use, but will be accessible only to holders of Scout soon. Dude, that would pump the price, because if it helps you trade, you know what I mean? How could that not? See, it has a use case that make people want to get in. So, Scoutly AI, your all-in-one AI sports betting aid. Scoutly is currently free to use, but will be accessible only to holders of Scout soon. Our system performs a comprehensive analysis of game data from the past 30 days. This includes detailed examination of the head-to-head matchups, team performance, metrics across different conditions, scoring patterns, and home-away performance splits. This historical data forms the foundation of our predictive modeling. We aggregate real-time odds from multiple markets to ensure comprehensive coverage and identity value opportunities. Our system continually monitors money line. I'd like use it and start, like, I'd start betting just like with some side money. If it, you know, I'd start with a couple grand. If it went to the zero, I'd just never do it again. But what if it actually turns into a few hundred racks and this thing starts making picks like you wouldn't believe? You start loving watching football every week, like, yo, especially when the market's slow, something to do, you know? Anyway, you know, hey, I'm not a gambler though, I'm a trader, so. But honestly, I'd be using AI analytics. Would it be gambling? You know what I'm saying? Hey. This is very interesting. 80,000 people saw this post. Not a lot, but enough to get some type of buzz going. 80,000 people put, you know. Wow. So he's taking Ohio State against Tennessee tonight to move to a perfect 10-10. Scout is also putting his money where his mouth is and has $1,000 on the line. If Ohio State hits 7, the winning of 950 will be given away to a Scout holder. So Scout's betting, and if Scout wins, he gives the money away to a holder who holds Scout. I mean, this could get cool. This is cool. This is cool. Let me we deep dive this idea. Now you can see why. Now it makes sense. Okay. And tonight is the Ohio State game, which is a lot of people betting, and it's Saturday night. Now I get it. There had to be a reason this thing was whipping, and you can see it's college football. It's getting the moment. And so now you're taking that hype for college football, which is huge. You're attaching it to this coin. You got AI involved. I mean, this could really start to make a bit of a move here. Let's be honest. And again, it is hyped right now. I would love a pullback, but that rising wedge may break out parabolically here with what's happening. Dang, man. It's like there's never enough money. You want to buy every single one of these coins. Next thing you know, it's 5 sold, 5 sold, 5 sold, 5 sold. It's like, what the? And again, this thing is on Solana. I got to add it to my watch list as well. It's heating up here tonight. You guys are finding gems, man. Why do you got to do this to me? I own too many coins, but I might have to let this one sail, but there's a good chance it pumps. The narrative, I just sold it to myself again, man. I'm such a dang good salesman. I don't even want to buy this coin. Now I want to buy it. 96,650 for Bitcoin, starting to make that pullback, that nasty dump, hanging on by a thread here. It's been here before, though, a couple times, and it has bounced back. But now, look, I even see a shoulder, a head and a shoulder there. I see the bigger head and shoulder. I mean, there's just a 68% chance now you break to the downside. You're defying years of data if you don't dump now, and you sometimes you do. There's 32% chance you don't. So we'll see what happens. Low volume could stop it, but if I had to tell you what was going to happen, I'd tell you we're going to dump. So right now, I'm telling you we're likely going to dump. If things change, right now the probability is to the downside for Bitcoin, and that is it. Doesn't look good. Let's go back to the fun stuff. Yeah, Scout. Yeah. Sam, did you see that Wall Street Bets AI agent on base made a Wall Street Bets meme coin on SWE? Thank you. So many, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't believe Biddy has, and again, maybe Scout goes to 0. I don't own any, and I probably won't touch it just because I wouldn't want to be involved in you know what I mean? But that thing looks like it could move. I have to be honest. The narrative alone, think about it. You have to, people are using the betting. They get used to doing the betting. Tomorrow's going to be, what if the day they say you have to hold scout is the day of a big bet, you know, the Sunday football. And so everyone who was using it for free is going to rush and grab the coin. You see what I mean? Like, they already created an incentive to buy the coin. The market cap's so small. I don't see how this doesn't get to $120 million market cap. I just don't. It's genius, bro. Like, whoever created this, they created an incentive to buy. And to a degen group of people that will definitely buy it. Like, it's just, I think they're onto something here. And I could be wrong with my speculation, but I just, man. If Bitcoin dumps, will the market open red Monday, or is there no correlation? No, you're right. The market would open red Monday. It definitely could be a correlation, yeah. OCADA is the next big AI coin. OCADA.ai. $3 million market cap. Looks like it's going to dump hard right now, though. But, you know, it's small, so it's going through its ebbs and flows. It is back to a 618, 786 Fibonacci right there. Pull back to, like, really the 786. Have to bounce there. Previous support and resistance. If it can't bounce here, it could be making a new low, and that means the trend may be done. So, you know, you got to get a bounce there. Technical analysis speaking, you know, you got to get the bounce there. $3.3 million market cap. I don't know anything about it. What does it do? What do they say? OCADA AI agents for blockchain that work. OCADA agents are designed to perform a wide array of tasks, from simple routine actions to complete technical operations, all aimed at simplifying the blockchain user experience. OCADA AI, the blockchain can be complicated. Our AI agents can help. Simplify blockchain, offering security, strategy, and opportunity with unmatched ease and precision. Transaction risk management, copy trading agent, airdrop hunter. Unlock the world of airdrops with tailored alerts for the latest airdrop opportunities your wallet qualifies for. Intelligent agents to drive the AI blockchain revolution. The power of artificial intelligence to propel blockchain innovation forward. Great website. You got to give it to them. Nailed it. Looks like mine. You know what I mean? It looks like Crypto Life. Speaking of which, looks like the Crypto Lifer website. Go to cryptolifer.com today to find out more. Unlock financial freedom, the education that will start you off to something you've never thought possible. You can subscribe to a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription. I'm here every single day, constantly battling these charts, going over Fed Week, showing you what's happening, CPI data, and more. Bitcoin bouncing back to 96.8 like it should all day. It just keeps bouncing. Show us the bounce, Bitcoin. And range, baby, range. And it will range again. And they're just keeping it inside of this holding pattern here. And that's boring Saturday price action. I've seen it thousands of Saturdays, or hundreds of Saturdays, I felt like, in my life. So we just found some opportunity here, for sure. This looks hot to me. So again, we found OCADA Soul. The site looks cool. And it's an AI agents for blockchains that work. I mean, I'm always skeptical of a storyline and a website. Okay. Someone also just sold $5,000 of it at the bottom. Is that a panic sell, or do you get in down here and you think that's it? You know, no liquidity. Could it be a rug? Anything is possible, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy any of this. I just, you know, I'm searching the internet just like you. We're kind of deep diving together here. That's what this show does. That's what I like about it. The last part of the show, I do Bitcoin for an hour, and then for an hour, we deep dive altcoins. It's really a split show. The show does Bitcoin for the first hour, live trades. Sometimes the live trades get so hectic they carry on through the whole show. But about 80% of the time, that's not the case, and we get through about 20% of the time it is, and it depends. But we have a blast no matter what. You people entertain me beyond belief. We found so many coins I never thought possible, and just an amazing time. Wild back to 68, man. Just this market can make you sick. It really can. It really can. Like, after a while, you're like, how many times are you gonna throw me up and down? You know? Can you access Ross? It looks primed, especially with the inauguration next month. We'll love to hear your TA. Yeah, someone's been asking me about this on and off recently. Ross Albright, when he gets off, why wouldn't it go up in value? It could. So the last time someone asked me, I saw this trend line. Look, it lost a pretty good trend line. That's not the worst thing in the world. It's more of a cup and handle now. But it seems to be kind of, also waiting for that. Everything's watching Bitcoin, everyone, and everything's kind of struggling, except for Hyperliquid, and they're doing their own thing. And that's why Hyperliquid is interesting, and you definitely want to pay attention. Wow, we found a lot. You guys blew me away today. In the last 15 minutes, if you left this stream or you didn't watch the stream, you're going to miss out. Like, I think we found some gems that can pump into the week. Maybe Ross pumps from here. There's a low, there's a high, there's a higher low. Again, it's highly speculative. And you're really just speculating on the fact that he's going to get out and then the coin can get some buzz. Buying Sui AI and TEMA at the bottom of the ranges. You sound like a boss. I like you. Good for you. I hope you win big on those. All right. This is really strange. I'm going to say this why. Because yesterday I was driving the car and we found an armadillo. We saw an armadillo while me and my daughter were driving. We found an armadillo. It was alive, and it ran away. And I'd never seen an armadillo alive. I think I'd seen one live before, but I'd never seen an armadillo. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it an armadillo. But and then I misspelled it. I think this morning I called it an amarillo, and I knew I misspelled it, but I didn't feel like going back and changing the spelling. I was just like, I'm so sick of this stuff. And then someone was like misspelling, and then I wrote it. It's just interesting. I was spelling this stuff today and talking about an armadillo. It just, Adillo on soul. All right. Armadillo means armored. I am an endangered species and I live in the same zoo as Modang. Adillo. Funny. So it's an endangered armadillo. So we're supposed to just be like Adillo world, I guess. Hey, it made it past Pumped on Fun and it got it, it got far. Now it's its next stage. It got sold off when it hit the big stage because the guys that got in Pumped on Fun were up huge. You remember that. It gets its liquidity access from Radium and then it's on the way. This could be the chance they buy low when it comes back down to the 6-1. That's a 618. 786 fib right there. You never know. It's low. It's so high risk. I'll add it to the watch list too, but you guys know your stuff, man. You know your memes. You really know your memes. Yeah, Bitcoin starting to want to fall down there. If I was, I'm telling you right now, I'm bearish until it can get back above the 200 MA on the 4 hour. Until then, you just have to see that it's bearish. I like that it made this divergence and it could keep a higher low. We'll see. BOOKMAP says we go to 95,000 into tonight and we dump all night. So when I give a head short, a lot of times it does play out. I only give a few head shorts here and there. I don't do it all the time. Remember, I gave a head short this morning on the trading in the live stream. Yeah. Yeah, that Jelly also is getting a lot of steam. I see Jelly a lot on Twitter. I saw it just the other day too. Jellyfish coin. Yeah. Couldn't get back above 1 million, but wow, you guys put it out here and we looked at it. Oh my gosh, look. I looked at it right there. So I don't know what it was when we first looked at it. But you guys asked me to go over it. I made a flag right there. Look what it did, man. It did a 15x from when we first looked at this coin. Wow. Then it lost half the sauce. It's still up now. It's still up a 5x from the nonsense, the low. Crazy. Very low market cap too. That's why. But wow, it got up to like 15 million only to come back, or maybe even, I guess, 7 million to come all the way back to 830. That's crazy. Brandon Coin is the dev. Sunday night, we will make our gains. What happened to the armadillo, buddy? Nothing. He ran into the woods. We tried to look at him. He just ran off into the woods, though. Yeah. The price action on XRP is bearish with the consolidation downtrend happening. Interesting. Yeah. So be careful tonight. The charts don't look amazing. If anything, it's downside, low liquidity. Be careful. Okay. Have stops in place. Don't over leverage. I'm out for the night. It's 9:59, everybody. I love each and every one of you. I thank you so much for joining me every single day. It's insanity. We almost got 1,000 likes out of you. 856. I don't know why we couldn't, but hey, I'll take it. I'm still very, very grateful. $128 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look at all the fan funding and make sure we hit it all here. We looked at Ross. Someone wants me to look at Haraya. Keep It Real Since podcast. Have you read the book, The Way of the Superior Man? No, never. I'm sorry about that, Blockchain Report. I thank you for sharing with us. I love that you would come and share that with me. That means I create a safe place for people to talk. I'm very happy that you do that. We looked at AI16Z. Soul in the daily does not look good. Flow. GFAL is just at its bottom. Either you think it's going to come back from the dead or it's not. There's really nothing else I can say about it. Jupe just got to get back above $1, man. Every time it's below $1, no go. All right. Hello from Nashville, sir. Check flow. Does it come back to the all-time high? I honestly don't think so. I mean, it depends on NFTs. It really does. All right. NFTs come back, it can. But it depends, Doug. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sorry, Neo. I don't know. And I'll look at Soul in the daily really quick. It looked nice. It was in a bull flag on the daily. Like it could do some damage. And honestly, it's losing the flag, right? Unless it's in like a broadening wedge. But it's just like, it's getting to that like, and it's bouncing on the 12-hour 2 to May. It's got to get a bounce here. If it doesn't get a bounce here, Bitcoin dumps. We're in for a couple months of pain, everyone. And like some type of like longer... you would think this very, very high resistance is going to give us the bounce there at 180. All right. Look, the Solana MVRV signals more gains ahead amid the market downturn. I believe it's a great time to buy some Solana. I personally think anytime Solana's in a fear situation, it's a good time to buy. But that's me. You got to do whatever makes you happy. Bitcoin getting pummeled, 96,580, finally getting back into the 500s. Well, you could also say it's just on the edge of the line. It is oversold and at the end of the range. So I'm not going to tell you I know exactly what's going to happen. It looks sketchy, though. We're going to take it one step at a time. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll break it down. And we'll get through this time and things will get back on. And I'll become the magic man. And life will be great. So have no fear. It's already in place. The market just has to get back into shape. And my system... will put us back into place exactly where we need to be. So I have no stress. Even though Sana, they dumped that thing. Like, this is crazy, man. What didn't they dump? This is just so strange. This thing sat and consolidated. Like, how did they dump it? Who had stop losses down there and why? So weird. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'm always sharing, always caring, always doing something behind the scenes. If you want to know more, you want to see my cool life, the American flag that I have in front of the house all the time. You know I don't play. You know I keep the American flag in front of the crib. Big time, too. I got the big extra large boy. Shout out to everybody. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Have a wonderful time. Believe in God. Believe in yourselves. You can, you will. You are the best. You've got this. Don't get discouraged. Don't sit staring at the charts all night. It's Saturday night. Turn the screens off. I'm going to do the same. Enjoy the few hours we have. Go to sleep. Wake up in the morning. And we'll start our Sunday with our families, right? And we'll have a blast. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. You guys are awesome. You guys and gals, each and every one of you. I'd have nothing without y'all. Thank you so much. You gave me a purpose and a life worth living. And that's something that I'll always be grateful for. May God bless you all. Thank you.